I don't know. I guess maybe that's kind of stories.
What?
I was just thinking that there were a bunch of deaths over the break. You know,
Damn,
just wanted
fam,
to start
what you
positive.
gonna do? You gonna just bring us back to death? Damn.
I mean, Betty White's birthday, I think, is tomorrow.
That was
Or-
today, I think.
Wow.
Oh,
Wasn't
it's
it?
today?
Wow.
Is it not today?
Maybe that's why everybody was posting Betty White stuff today. That makes
The
sense.
17th,
The
yeah.
17th today. That's what I'm
Wow.
saying. First of all, if
We
I'm-
never got Betty White on Wine and Weed.
we didn't. You know, we didn't.
So close.
She saved herself from getting canceled on the show.
She said she was gonna come next week, right?
Yeah, it was next week
It
actually.
was today. You're filling in for
Had her
actually.
booked.
Oh man.
Yeah, we were gonna have
I
Betty
could
for
be
the
here.
season premiere.
I mean, why didn't they just like wait? I mean, I know it's wrong, but like, I would have let her hit that 100 mark. That's me
I thought you
personally.
were saying why didn't she wait to die until
No,
she did the show
what
first?
the fuck?
I said, damn. That's how.
That cold niggas is in this.
Hell.
Why couldn't she wait until after the booking?
I think they did keep it a secret because like didn't it kind of come out that like 5 days before it was reported like she did have a heart attack or
A
something.
stroke or
I
something
never
like
heard
that.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 5 days before.
But then they didn't tell
Before
anyone
she
until
dropped.
like she was straight
She
up
died.
dying
Oh, okay.
or dead.
Betty, you know what? I fuck with Betty because Betty was like a universal person that we all agree we fucked with. Like you didn't hear nobody online be like, actually, let me tell y'all a real story about Betty White. Like everybody
It's
was
true.
like, nah, I fuck with Betty. She stood for the right shit. She was cool. She was funny.
And to make it through in the public eye since like what the 50s or something, and to not have something that they could dig up on her.
I know to be white and to be entertainers
I
as the
mean-
50s
I
and
mean-
not have one thing they could dig up on you.
She
is
got,
crazy.
she got canceled in the 50s because she was giving they didn't want her to have I think it was the tap dancer on the show, black
Yeah.
tap dancer, and she gave him more airtime, and then her show ended up being canceled.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so she not
She got
has
canceled for the
actually-
right stuff.
Yeah.
She has the I mean, the other death, of course, is Bob Saget.
Yeah, Bob
just
Saget.
to bring up the sad parts before the happy parts.
I know. Why are you doing this
Are
again?
there happy parts in 2022?
I mean, we here, motherfucker. It's a new year. It's 2020. Should we jump into the show?
Let's do it.
Wait, let me make
I
sure.
mean,
she
I
get-
want to give my respects to Bob Saget.
I love Bob Saget
You know.
personally. I mean, Bob Saget again. Somebody I fuck with. I mean, I watched Full House growing up, but I didn't know what it was like to be in a white family. Bob Saget was, to me at least, I watched him, was like, damn, he a cool ass white dad. I fucked with him. No, I did. I didn't know. So for me, I looked at him and I was like, okay,
He was
gentle,
just a nice guy.
nice
right?
guy. Yeah, he was like I guess the first Ted Lasso or some shit. Just a nice guy.
That
Yeah,
house had like every type of father figure. You had the nice, clean cut Bob Saget. You had Joey, who was like funny as hell. Then you had smooth as Uncle Jesse.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
It
true.
was just a show of father figures.
It was.
I never looked at it like that, but it's true.
I mean,
Combined, they make a perfect
Aunt
man.
Becky was a
Yeah, I
little
was about
mom
to say
representation.
Becky definitely helped out.
She
Yeah,
came
helped out. But the house was dope too.
Yeah, was there no mom, like straight up mom?
She died.
She
That's why
died.
he came.
I know
That's the-
that, but in the show itself, there wasn't very many
Yeah, open
much
this.
motherly representation.
No, I mean, well,
Not
yeah,
until the twins came in like season 5 or something.
Bob Saget, yeah, the wife died, and then Becky, and then we knew Joey couldn't keep no chick. He was doing all that
Nah.
goofy shit that
Joey
he
lived
done.
in the basement, right?
Yeah, they had him in the basement.
Yeah, he had a little spot
he
in the
did
basement.
live in the basement.
Yeah.
You think that's fucked up? Because you was a big Joey fan.
I just don't think Joey could pull a lot of girls bringing them home to his. I mean, that is a nice house though.
Yeah, it is
like right
nice
in the
house.
center of San
But it's
Francisco.
not like
across
his
from the
house.
park.
It's like, oh, you staying with your boy and his
Your boy-
family?
yeah, his
Yeah.
full ass family, like a.
With a
Yeah.
full, it's a full.
It's a full house.
It's never empty.
Wait, is Joey and Jesse aren't legitimate uncles? Like they're not brothers,
Jesse,
huh?
Jesse was the mom's brother, so he's
Oh,
a legitimate
I
uncle.
like
This
your
is true.
knowledge.
I do like
the
your knowledge.
conceit of the
too.
show is great, and Joey was his best friend.
That
Do you-
is.
Do you
So they
guys?
really was on some black shit because Joey wasn't the real uncle. It was just like you the
Nah.
homie fam, but you the uncle though.
I think he needed a place to stay too. I don't see him being the type that was like, oh, I'm gonna come there and help you out.
Nah. Joey definitely was a freeloader,
Joey's an artist, a struggling artist.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he's a comedian, right?
Yeah, he is a
and
comedian.
he had puppets and shit.
Yeah,
Just like-
yeah.
He was
a
like,
child's
A
entertainer.
ventriloquist, wasn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was all around entertainer. I think
He was
had
a
lot
nanny,
of-
pretty much. That's how
Yeah.
his
He
room and board
was
was
gay,
paid
gay.
for watching the kids. He was a nanny.
Yeah, I didn't like his gigs as I think about it. He had every gig that a pedophile would take. I'm just saying he did clowns. He did everything. Didn't
Magic.
he? Yeah.
All that
I don't
stuff.
know if I trust Joey no more.
Yeah. Do you guys have like uncles that aren't legitimate uncles?
Don't talk to us like that, fam.
Well, I talked to other friends today actually about
guys.
this same issue. My
Issue, nigga. There ain't no issue.
My family has been very like, if it's your dad's brother or your mom's brother, that is an uncle.
Yeah.
Right.
But otherwise, like my even significant others, like my sister's my brother-in-law, like my sister's brother-in-law, just got married. It took them getting married. Now she's anti Beth Ann. Like she wasn't.
Yeah.
Even though their entire kid's childhood.
I was
She
like
was.
I was like that in a weird way. Like if you wasn't my like legit relative,
Yeah.
I couldn't call you. I will feel weird doing it. And it's like
I
you
feel
could
that
be a
way, too.
friend and be a great guy. Like I don't have to call you uncle to have this genuine relationship.
That's true.
That's how I
And
felt
it's
about
like
it.
I didn't call any guy uncle who wasn't my uncle. But now it's like all of my friends call my son nephew.
Yeah. How you feel about that?
Yeah.
Because you did.
I forgot you
but
were
if
a
you
parent.
didn't, yeah. If you didn't,
I don't mind. I feel like that's some type of trauma I had as a kid. Like,
yeah.
like it wasn't healthy to. I'm not calling you aunt. You just married to my uncle.
Do you look at certain friends though and be like, nigga, you ain't his uncle?
Yeah, somehow it
You
don't
be like,
go
okay.
back. All right, nigga, you seen him one time.
Nigga, but you know his uncle me. You be like, oh, no, nigga, Mark. Nigga, I met him a couple weeks ago hooping
you,
at
man.
LA Fitness.
Nah, it's good.
Yeah.
Nah, whoever my son genuinely wants to call uncle, that's on him. You know what I mean? If you like this man enough to call me your uncle, because he would have no legitimate uncles, because I have no brothers, and my fiance
okay.
has no brothers.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Are you not gonna help like decisions be made though? If your son like this, my uncle, you be like, I don't want that nigga being your
Is
uncle.
that your uncle?
This one not your uncle.
What has he
man.
done for you? That's Mr.
What
Mike.
has he done for you lately?
That's
Yeah.
Mr. Johnny. That ain't your uncle, man.
Yeah,
But
I
you-
had hella
but
uncles.
If your sister gets married, that guy's a legit uncle, right?
Yeah,
No?
I guess, man. Yeah.
I feel like it's gotta be.
It is. It ain't for me.
But it's
to-
not a
it
blood
ain't-
uncle.
Yeah, it ain't for me to, know what I mean, define his relationships. If you look at him as an uncle, then go for it.
See, y'all making me feel uncomfortable
I'm not
because I got hella uncles. That's not my real uncles.
Yeah.
Like hella uncles.
But
that
you like you appreciate them as uncles.
I do. I appreciate them as uncles, but I will say this much: it's definitely something that is in the black community where we tell people who their uncles are and their aunties are, and it might not be their aunties or uncles, but you know what? I agree with you. A kid should feel comfortable being like, this my uncle, because you get told and there's a pressure put on you of like, this your uncle. You don't remember your cousins, and you like, these ain't my fucking real cousins. These are some people that we go to church with, or these are some people that we do this with, but like, these ain't my real cousins. So I definitely kind of agree with like the fact that I got hella uncles. Maybe 2 of them I keep.
Yeah.
But the other 20 my parents then fucking ordained or dedicated as my uncles. I'm like, that
I
ain't
kind
my
of envied that in some ways, because like we had like family friends that were like, we definitely almost closer than some cousins,
Right.
but I never knew what to call them. Of like, these are my lifelong friends.
I think friend is a nice term of endearment. You choose your friends. You don't choose your cousins. So, you know what I mean? I feel like that's enough for me to say my friends are my friends. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't
it should
even
be the
gotta
other way.
like you to be my cousin. To
I
be
feel
my
like we're
friend
getting in
means a
high
lot.
conversations before we even start
I feel like
defining an uncle.
we should do it the other way though. I feel like we should be able to pick our family, and our friends are just the people that are, because your friends can come and go. You know what I'm saying? And you be like friends or whatever. But like your family is something that you really fucking hold near and dear to your heart, or that you're like, you know what, I feel a connection with you. There's warmth there. There's this, there's that. So I just feel like, you know, friends should be the people that we were born with.
You born with friends?
Yeah, you like we born with these friends.
Sometimes you are.
These are all friends, but
Yeah.
family are the motherfuckers I put on my top 8. That's what family is. It's the
Now
MySpace
just
top 8.
switch the titles of them.
Yeah.
What if one of your friends goes up to you and is like a kid you don't know well, maybe even like not a super close friend of yours, and they're like, "This is your uncle Steelo. Can you like deny uncleship? Can you be like, I don't know if I'm this kid's uncle?"
Nah, you ain't gotta deny it. You just gotta stop showing up. Like you ain't got to tell the kid like, I ain't your fucking uncle. What you gotta do is prove to the
Fade
kid
away.
I'm not your uncle. I'm just not gonna show up no more, fam. I don't want you to get confused and think I'm your uncle. Yeah, that's another thing. Do y'all even you do godparents?
Yeah.
You have
Nah.
godparents.
Yeah. But those are also, there's two people who are my godparents, and like, that's not my uncle is my godfather. My mom's best friend is my godmother. And like, no one else can claim that.
So are you your uncle's like favorite nephew now since he's doubled up as a godparent?
I should be.
But you're not? So he could have just remained an uncle.
He's my godfather, so there's a little Catholic shit in there.
Okay, got you.
Where
got
he
you.
did something at the baptism.
Got
He
you.
had a real job.
See, a lot of times, I don't know if it's just a black thing, but like they give us godparents and it'd be no baptism that took place. It's just like, oh no, that's my best friend. That's your godmom.
Do you have numerous godmoms?
Nah, but it happened. It happened when I was young. My mama had this friend, this lady named Karen, I think. White lady named Karen. She was like, this your godmama. But I never remember seeing a lady past like 5. Her and my mom stopped being friends, so she stopped being my godmama.
Man, that's the fucking worst, ain't it?
Yeah, and then I had a dad. He was like a cop.
Yeah.
And I stopped seeing him at like 5 or 6 too.
Damn,
Yeah.
you're a god
It's
orphan.
Nah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of with them. I have 2 godparents, but I don't talk to them.
Right.
And if I ever see them, it's of course like, oh, it's my godparents, they cool. But like, we don't have a godly relationship. We don't have anything to really connect on. So like, I get it, cause I also like when you get old enough to understand and digest what godparents really are, you kind of be like, you look at your parents' decisions, cause a godparent is supposed to be who, if some shit goes wrong, the children are left to these individuals. I'm trusting
Oh,
you.
that's what it is.
I'm trusting you with this child's life and to take care of them and make sure they are good, whatever. You ever look at the people your parents chose and be like, nigga, you was just fucking around with my life, huh? You just out here bullshitting. Like, I definitely have looked at my godparents and be like, if nothing else, from a relationship standpoint alone, they ain't invested in me.
And back to your other question, you said you denied kid for being his uncle. I would deny godparentship. Like, if a homie is like, yo, I want you to be my child's god, nah, I'm cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that responsibility. Let me just I'll be his dad's friend. If he needs me, call me. But I don't want
You got commitment issues?
with a parent.
I'm joking.
I want to be
Nigga,
a
this is serious,
godfather.
As a parent,
I feel like being a godfather is
I
pretty
gotta
dope.
step in and
you
adopt
bullshitting
when
already.
something
You're the
happens?
godfather?
I feel
The
like
godfather.
Yeah, but you out here playing
You
around.
like
you
the
playing with the
term,
title, fam.
yeah,
You out here just
yeah.
want to rock the title.
No,
That
if
ain't
you're
cool.
going to give me that title, I will live up to that
When
title.
that child needs something, or they late on their rent, or the kid needs some clothes, or all of this, you're the one that calls.
And I know you, Chris. I ain't trusting you with my kid.
I'm going to leave out when you're 5.
Deadbeat goddad.
Yeah, dad be goddamn. Should we get to the show?
Yeah, welcome to Wine and Weed.
Hey.
Season 4.
Yes, yes.
We are back.
Yeah, you ain't got no headphones, so you can't hear it. Damn, that sucks. I hate
You
that.
took
for
the
you.
energy out of that.
I did. That's my bad. 'Cause I looked at. She looked bummed because your energy was right. You was screaming into the mic. I was like, you heard that? But she didn't really hear that. But yeah, I am one of your hosts, Sterling Steelo Brim, a.k.a. that dude.
Oh, we're doing
I ain't going to do too many AKAs. A.k.a. S to the beach and the rest of the pre-fast four, all that good shit. I hope y'all had a good year. A.k.a. your boy, Uncle Elroy. And with me as always.
Hey, I'm Chris Reinacher, a.k.a. the Connoisseur. Do I just stop?
I don't know if you're a thing,
we might be clean slating our AKAs this year.
I feel like clean slating them shits and just,
we
moving
had
on.
like 20 by the end of last
becoming
year.
men and growing up and shit.
Yeah.
Just doing our
And
show.
we're fucking adults.
You fuck adults.
Welcome
I
back.
hope so.
to Wine and Weed season
4.
4.
Yes, crazy.
What a year it's going to be. We have so much fun stuff inside. And also, of course, we have Alahna over here.
Yay,
Hi.
reading the facts. Thank you, Alahna, for coming back. You excited for the season?
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And we're excited because, we have our season 4 premiere right now. We have a very special guest, actor. I don't even know if you call yourself a comedian, but you're a motherfucking hustler for sure. I respect you. Yeah, all around. Apparently a handyman as well. He made me feel stupid when I just saw him build a full theater in his house. But like I said, actor, a star,
yeah.
Mr. Melvin Gregg. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
First guest of the season.
Yes,
Honored
yes.
to be the premiere.
Which is
Usually-
important. It's important.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Today on the show, we're drinking Encore Heritage Vineyards from 2019, a cab.
And we are smoking a little bit of the Friendly brand, I guess. A La Peach Cobbler.
Ooh, let me get a little nug cam on there. Let's start this off right.
Are you right? The nugs are small now and ran through the motherfuckers. Huh?
We already rolled up, but
We did.
I'm going to get you this nug cam because people love the nug cam.
People did request this.
People are like, where the fuck is the nug cam?
Let's jump in.
Ooh, beautiful.
Man claims his penis shrank 1.5 inches. COVID dick is real. Talk about getting the short end of the stick. As if contracting COVID.
That's a great writing. That writer needs a raise to start it off like that.
As if contracting COVID wasn't bad enough, a dismayed man now claims that he's lost a whopping 1.5 inches from the length of his penis as a lingering result of the vile virus. My penis has shrunk, laminated the griping guy in a letter to the How to Do It podcast this week. I'm a heterosexual man in my 30s, he said anonymously, only referring to himself as coming up short. In July of last year, I contracted COVID and was very sick. When I got out of the hospital, I had some erectile dysfunction issues, he added. The purported once well-endowed man went on to explain that prior to his diagnosis, he boasted an above-average size tool. But much to his charge, he formerly impressive privates have since lost their luster. The erectile dysfunction gradually got better with some medical attention, but I seemed to be left with a lasting problem, he confessed. Before I got sick, my penis was above average, not huge, but definitely bigger than normal. Now I've lost about 1.5 inches and become decisively less than average. He claimed that a medical advisor had attributed his pecker problems to vascular damage caused by COVID and was warned that the impairment was likely permanent.
I mean, this is hilarious.
That's what he blamed it on.
I swear, it
look,
used to be
it used
bigger.
to be bigger, but COVID came.
But part of me don't know if he lying. Like I haven't had COVID, but like they're still figuring shit out. I do love that he's the first person to complain about this. And 1.5 inches for somebody that already said his dick ain't that big is a lot of dick to
That's
lose.
a lot.
No, he said it was above average.
Above average, but
but
average
then
is like 4 inches, I think. If you look
And
up
he said
average,
he was below
What?
average after the deduction, so he was probably barely above average.
Right.
he had a C,
An
yeah,
inch and a half?
C plus.
That's like a whole head. Like imagine they just chop your head off.
That's
and
horrible.
take your head out of the shell.
Like, that's a lot of dick to lose.
An inch and a
I don't
half.
know if that's 1.5 inches.
That's not. That's an inch.
That's a
I
little.
don't
That's,
That's 1.5 inches.
That's
Yeah,
a
you're
lot
right.
of dick.
Yeah.
It's like losing the tip of your penis.
That's-
It's like
yeah.
your penis moving down.
that's wild.
Wow. Or if this is also just his strategy to like get people vaccinated, I think it's a good strategy.
It is.
Like imagine being like, oh, you're going to get sick. People are like, I'll take my chances. They're like, and your dick is going to get smaller. They're like, where do I sign
Get
up?
the shot
But you
and use your
automatically
cock.
smashing off the fact that like you bounce back from COVID. Like if you come to a chick and you like, yo, I had COVID and I beat that shit. I was extremely sick. Already, if you naked with your 1.5 smaller inch dick, she gonna fuck you
I don't
off
think-
the strength.
Ain't no women out here fucking because you beat COVID.
I think they are.
No.
Oh my God, you beat COVID? So hot.
That's
No.
sexy.
Ooh, your immune system is.
I think he's probably telling his new partners this, as in
Right.
like, babe, I used to be way bigger.
Before COVID,
But now, yeah, but I got COVID and now this is all I have. And you can't really say anything. You can't be like, make fun of a guy just because he got COVID and his dick got smaller.
That's a
a
good
girl I know who saw your pre-COVID dick said it's the same size. Bitch, call him out.
It's a good excuse for a guy who's got a small dick. Who's like, I got
It's
I
not
had
a
I had
good
COVID
excuse,
twice.
Man. You just got to. I had COVID twice.
Twice.
Damn.
I mean, what if we do look up though in a year and they're like, yo, it's a proven fact that your dick gets smaller with COVID. Like niggas that finally really would get vaccinated,
they'll get
and they would do
vaccinated.
everything in their power to not catch
Imagine
COVID.
if that was a symptom. Like right now, you lose your
Smell,
taste and
yeah.
smell. Imagine your dick got small, and you lost your vision.
Yeah,
What if Nicki Minaj's cousin's balls weren't getting big? His dick was getting small.
oh, that's a whole different plot twist. I didn't know I needed.
Holy fuck.
It
That's
changed
real.
everything.
Oh, whoa.
That is crazy.
He's like, I look down and the balls must be bigger. There's no way
all
my dick is
perception.
smaller.
Mans get genetically altered pig's heart transplant in first of its kind procedure.
Wait, he got a pig's heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. First of
The
all,
heart of a pig.
Got that pork up in them.
yeah, it's a crapshoot for sure.
Some hearts are made of gold, but one man's is now made entirely of a pig after he has undergone the world's first successful heart transplant from a genetically modified pig to save his life.
Who is
It's
the pig?
working.
I just want to make sure it's like a royal ass pig. Like, don't put no regular ass pig heart in me.
It's genetically modified, so
What's a pig's life expectancy?
It's.
Couple years.
I
They're
don't
not
know,
living
I don't
never
know
heard-
but I would like to play a game where we all guess.
I ain't never heard of no 40-year-old
okay. Are you
pig.
guys all gonna guess?
I would say a pig's life expectancy is between 12 to 18 years.
I was gonna say 12.
They say they smarter than dogs, so I would imagine God wouldn't waste that brain on.
They eat everything though. Who said they're smarter than dogs?
People.
I mean, the average life of a pig is probably short because they kill them.
Okay.
They kill them. Yeah, that average is
Literally, you're so on spot. I had to be like, are you looking at my phone behind the mirror?
Nah.
It's the first article says 12 to 18 years. But you also know a lot of random facts.
No,
and it
no,
sounds
I've
like you
never
might have
read
this before.
That's just a number they be using for shit.
12 to
They don't
18.
really know.
That's a big range though. That's like a difference of like a third.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
It's
a
like-
human's life is. I guess 75 to 100
That's
is
like
still
saying
kind
60.
of.
That's not
90.
fucking humans' life. Ain't nobody ever said 75 to 100 was average age.
What do you
Now-
think is the average life?
Average age
expectancy
for
of a
humans
human?
are probably between.
There's a lot of factors coming into play.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it is.
That's but
gonna
we
say-
didn't think about that for pigs.
I'm gonna say 60 to
Nah, it's
average.
gone up. It's gone
60 to 72.
up. Nah, it's gone up. Bob Saget was 60. Everybody, oh my God, he's so young.
65, I think.
It depends heavily on where you live at
If
in the
you
world,
black.
too.
I think he's going to say. I think the average like death of a person in America. I'm gonna say like. I want to say like 82.
Man, you white and blessed. For you to just know you're gonna live to 82.
In America? That's what you're
I-
saying?
and I-
82?
And the home of obesity.
You think it's
It
less?
depends. I'm with you. I'm with you.
You
I
like
say
crazy,
like
right?
seven,
We
I
can
say
praise-
like 77.
Okay.
I
Damn.
said 60 to 72.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta wait. You got a 12-year range.
Right.
What y'all do?
We both picked
the
1
number.
year.
Oh, this just sounds like y'all fault.
Says the average age in America is 78.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
What did you say? 78?
77.
That was pretty good.
I'm gonna give myself a range.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Damn.
Shit.
All right, sorry. So this guy got a pig heart.
So, yes.
How old was the pig? Was it a baby pig?
There's a whole bunch of shit. Yeah.
We need to know it all.
Okay. David Bennett, who was so sick that he couldn't even qualify for a human heart transplant, still remained connected to a heart-lung bypass machine as
He
of
was so
Monday.
broke.
Wait,
That's
wait,
what it was.
that's
Hey, look,
fucked up.
man,
No, they said
your
he's.
insurance can't cover a human heart. Well, we got this pig over here.
You don't qualify.
No, they just said he was so sick that he couldn't qualify, which is such a troubling fucking sentence. That you could be sick enough that they like, yo, we can't even give you any.
Because they don't
insurance.
wanna waste
I
the
know,
heart.
of course. Waste the. I know that,
don't
but
wanna
at the
waste
same time,
That's why.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
He can't
because-
get. I can't get dog insurance on Nucky really, because they're fucking.
They're like, let him die.
No, they're just
No,
like
but it's
Frenchies
that
are high
podcast.
risk.
People go on waiting lists for hearts because you're basically waiting for someone to get in some kind of car accident
right.
or for
Yeah.
someone to
Right.
die and then be healthy enough to be able to donate their organs.
Damn.
And so they're on
I was
this
so
list.
dark. I saw a nigga on the highway and saw somebody get in a car accident and was like, that could be my heart.
That's why a lot of people are scared to put organ donor on their license
That's on my
because
shit.
sometimes they
My
feel like
dad-
they're
My dad told me don't put it up
yeah,
there.
they won't resuscitate
Really?
you or they
He
won't
was
try
like,
as
If there's a
hard.
rich man somewhere that need a heart that you match up for, they gonna let you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
I'm an organ donor.
My dad told me a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, don't care much weight now that I'm older. But to this day, I don't put organ donor.
Yeah, I mean,
So now this guy has to go get pig hearts.
You gotta get pig
but
heart.
honestly, it would help the waiting list if there was just pigs that could produce organs for humans.
Keep
then-
going. If this pig's heart really works.
Okay, here we go. He couldn't qualify for a human heart transplant. He still remained connected to a heart-lung bypass machine as of Monday, but the critical 48-hour post-procedure period went without incident as doctors continue to monitor him for signs and symptoms of rejection as well as rare infection from a pig virus that can infect humans. People die all the time on the waiting list waiting for organs. If we could use genetically engineered pig organs, they'd never have to wait. They could basically get an organ as they needed it. Plus, we wouldn't have to fly all over the country at nighttime to recover organs to put them into recipients.
At nighttime.
Yeah. Did you never saw Grey's Anatomy where they would have to literally get on like helicopters and planes if there was some kind of car crash and go get the organs and then bring them back to the hospital?
I've seen the
Damn.
only episode of Grey's Anatomy I watched a couple weeks ago because a friend of mine was on it. And they had went to go get a heart, and it was like, we're gonna drive it back personally to make sure this heart gets to this little boy. And they got in a car accident, and it was hanging off the side of a cliff with the heart.
With the
And
heart.
It was like, we can't
That's
wait
dramatic.
for
That's
rescue
drama
to
right
come
there. That's
why they're
because
still
the
on
heart
TV.
had died.
That's crazy that
Did they
the
get the little
only
boy his
one
heart?
you've ever seen is
The
about this.
episode went off, and I didn't watch the next one.
Damn, he might not got that heart.
No, he got the heart.
I think the
It's
guy
Remember
down-
John Q? Come on, man. Y'all seen John Q?
Yeah.
No?
Mhm.
No?
I will
I
not
like
bury
that
my
movie.
son. My son will bury me.
Yes.
Denzel, right?
Okay, that
Yes.
was a good Denzel.
It was.
I still can't get over that they said the heart was made of pig.
No,
I just think it's really weird. to
made
think-
of pig.
It said at the beginning a pig's heart that was made of pig, and I'm just like, is my heart made of human?
What the fuck
No,
does it say that?
It doesn't say
At
that.
one
It just
point
says a
they said made
genetically
of pig.
modified pig. It's from a genetically modified pig.
So that
Yeah.
means that they it's a test tube. What's a genetically modified pig?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Modified. Is he modified? Is he modified afterwards? You know
I
what
think
I'm
that
saying?
they're just like pigs that are
Mm.
probably
Test tube
That's
pig.
steroided up.
genetically altered pig.
He's like
which
the
was
Captain
provided
America
by-
of
Wait, this is
pigs.
what it is.
You're right.
And then they killed them.
They
to get an
souped
old
them
man's
up.
Oh, they're
heart.
just like they make them in like test tubes basically. So this genetically altered pig, which was provided by the Virginia-based regenerative medical company Redvicker, has 10 genetic modifications, including one inactivated gene that blunts aggressive human rejection, and another inactivated growth gene that keeps the pig's heart from growing after implantation.
But these are
So
just
it's a real pig.
modifications, though,
Yeah,
aren't
it's
they?
a real pig. It's a real pig, but they were just made in test tubes basically.
No, I think they're real
It's like
pigs, and they're
insemination.
they're drugging them. They're putting different things in them to make sure that they don't. That's why I said genetically modified.
I see the argument for both. I don't know
Mm.
what genetically modified means.
Yeah, I
I
think
could see it being either one.
I
of
think
those.
they soup these pigs up. I think these are like the Captain America, like I said, of pigs. Then they like,
Super
yo, you're gonna be a
pigs.
super soldier, yeah, of pigs. And then they was like, you know what, super soldier, even though you're a super soldier of pigs, you're still a pig, and we need that heart. And they ran in the man's heart, and now he got a super soldier pig heart out here,
You know what
and
they
he probably
say?
doing some great things in these streets.
You know how like some people get transplants from different people and they take on those people's attributes
I
that
never
they
heard
never had
this.
before?
But
You
I'm
ever heard that
for
before?
it.
Sound like a Black Mirror episode.
It does.
No, I think it's a real thing, or maybe it was, but I think it's
It
like
was. We
I
can
got
get rid of
someone
it.
else's heart, and then like that person, you have that person's heart and soul inside of you, basically.
That's not
like,
their soul. That's not how souls
not
work.
their soul, but their heart. So I'm wondering if these people are gonna like have like pig tendencies now.
What would that be though? Like
Just eating
greed?
random shit, eating trash for no reason.
Aren't pigs like actually healthy?
No,
Isn't
pigs eat
one of those
everything.
animals?
Imagine
No,
you
clean.
start
They're
trans-
actually clean.
No,
right?
that is why I told my brother to never eat of swan, because swan, they eat anything, everything. So we don't want to put in our bodies what they put in theirs.
I mean, I guess it depends what you're
Same
feeding
time,
your pig. What
catfish
if you're
too.
feeding your pig
Catfish
healthy
too,
stuff?
bottom
We
feeders.
Yeah,
had
We
to,
love catfish.
We had to cook off
Shrimp
smashing
is too,
catfish.
though.
Bottom feeders be tasting
Shrimp,
good, but it's also
lobster.
because we've had to do with what we had. You know, in our community, only sold certain things. Chitlins were there.
I think it all depends on what you're giving your pig. If you're giving your pig trash, it's gonna eat it. But if
But
you're giving your pig healthy
You
things,
ain't never heard no fucking vegan pig. You ain't never heard no pig taking care of himself and being like,
people
this
have
nigga's in
pet
shape.
pigs, and I'm sure they feed them healthy stuff.
I'm sure there's a vegan pig out there.
And he hates his life.
They gotta be. I always heard that like we call pigs messy, but actually they're very clean animals.
Who told you this?
I don't know. I feel like it's
You
one
sound
of
like a
those,
fucking pig's PR, like you're trying to rebrand them. He was like, people
it's
think
like
pigs.
babies. Look, they have
Actually
brains.
mess-
They have hearts. They have a lot to offer.
No, somebody did just say to me a couple days ago that pigs are the closest thing to us in genetics than anything else. And I was like, I don't think that's true. But I
you can
also
see it though.
I also thought about it, and I was like, nah, I don't see it. And pigs are so fucking like.
I think pig skin too is like close to ours.
That
That's
is-
why they
now that's
practice-
the closest
they
thing.
practice tattooing on pigs.
What?
I didn't
Not
know
on
that.
live pigs, like
Oh.
a pig
Dead
rump
pig.
or some
They
shit.
tattoo
yeah.
a dead
Yeah,
pig.
it's just a pig ass. You
I don't know. I mean, think about it. Like a slop, like a barnyard, like that's kind of like a bar, and like they're just kind of like walking around, like bumping into each other, like trying to hump each other. That's all humans really are. You know,
That's
they're just
kinda-
slopping around trying to eat.
I guess if that's the bar
Have
you
you
go
ever-
to.
That's,
They
when I
just
think of America,
walk around.
I
Think of
could see them
obese,
being-
obese
yeah, just
pigs.
like popping around, slapping into each other.
Feels fair.
Do I look? Maybe I have just. An
You
opinion
really
of
want to just
people.
defend pigs, man.
No, it was really a takedown of people than it was a defending of pigs for
Okay.
me.
All right. Well, I don't want you taking down people on this podcast. We need people, okay?
Fine.
People
Next.
listen to the
And
podcast.
pigs, apparently.
We have no pig listeners.
We don't have any pig listeners. The pig community writes in the comment box.
Thousands of packages strewn across tracks where thieves rob cargo trains in Los Angeles. If you're expecting a package and didn't get it, it could have been stolen off a train near downtown LA. Trains carrying crates of orders are being robbed, leaving packages strewn across Union Pacific Railroad track. As freight trains slow down or come to a halt, the thieves leap on board with bolt cutters, open a giant container, and take whatever they want. Left behind are hundreds, if not thousands, of packages, some empty and some not. Some boxes are full of COVID-19 home testing kits, precious product tough to buy at many pharmacies. Another can include UPS packages or Amazon.
Hey, man, grab everything. Make sure you get COVID test.
The track strewn with boxes stretches as far as the eye can see in both directions. The entire section was cleaned up in mid-December, which means that all of the mess is from train robberies that took place in just the last month. A Union Pacific spokesperson told Inside Edition, while criminals are being caught and arrested, charges are reduced to a misdemeanor or petty offense, and the person is back on the streets in less than 24 hours. And this is the video.
That's true. That's what's going on right now.
I don't want to see niggas locked up because they, stole
Like
something
that's
off the train.
Yeah, the train track is like covered in
it's like
boxes.
covered in
Yeah.
boxes.
That's why I was more mad they didn't clean up after themselves.
They've been holding that footage for months. Like whenever we're late on our shipment,
For sure.
release the train.
Drop the video.
Drop the video.
I mean, this has been going on for a long time. People steal from trains. They said what's the average? People steal?
Since the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, people have always stolen from
It's a
trains.
Wild Wild West thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I kind
that
of
was-
like it. It's kind of like we're getting back
Imagine there's some outlaws that stole it.
to
I mean,
lawless
there's
land.
land.
in
Up on
LA,
horses.
it's gone up.
old school.
Bandanas.
It's not too far fucking from the truth.
Now it's cool if we imagine that they're on horses and they have bandanas and shit. Now it's like
We're
Fuck
probably
yeah.
on bicycles.
I got robbed, but it was
Modern
an
day.
experience.
So they're saying it's gone up 356% in just the past year alone. And on average, there's more than 90 containers a day being broken into.
Sheesh.
And they've never seen it this bad before. Usually it was like one or two, maybe.
What's kind of confusing for me is like if you know it's like 90 containers a day, how are you doing nothing to stop
They should
it?
put some sheriffs on the train.
Like how are you doing nothing to stop the fucking 90 containers a day? It says to me you don't give a shit.
But if the trains are going slow and there's only one conductor per train, how
gotta
are they
pull
supposed
What he
to?
gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, like how are you
Oh,
supposed to?
that nigga ain't gonna risk his
He
life.
can't even see
No.
back there.
That sounds like
He
an
don't
easy
care
way.
to see back there.
Yeah.
Reporting that you're gonna increase the crime rate. People gonna be like, oh wow, I never thought of hitting the trains.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
I think you're totally right though. I bet this inspired a lot of people.
Yeah.
Inspired.
I don't know.
I don't know. If people,
Overall, I'm like, look, as long as Amazon eats it and it's not the people who don't get it sucks when
Right,
the people
right,
don't get
right.
their stuff. But
but they can
otherwise,
order it again.
Bezos can afford
they
it.
could order again. Amazon send it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amazon doing fine. But you're assuming everything come from Amazon on the train.
Shit,
That's
I
a
would
good point.
assume a lot of it. Well, no, because a lot of stuff come on the train and shipped to stores and whatnot. Everything isn't like to your home delivery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would suck to steal something when you're like, I got no use for this, but like now I just fucked up this small business's day.
No, that's not how the fuck you think about it. If you don't have any use for it, you sell it.
I'm sure everything you ship in your store is insured. The insurance companies are taking a hit. But
That's true.
Everything else.
Yeah, it's
is-
all
Yeah.
insured.
As long as it's just the insurance companies that are taking it.
I bought some chairs and like, I'm gonna just make months up. It came like 8 months late, and they said everything was backed up because of COVID. That was
You're
bad
right.
timing with that cough. They said everything was backed up, and it took 8 months for something that's supposed to took like 2-3 weeks.
I had a year. I had some actual furniture come to me in a year.
It's crazy.
And I was like, I didn't even know what to say. Because it was so long. I kind of forgot about the furniture like 3
Bought some new
times.
shit. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what this
yeah,
no
like
more.
that.
There's
I'm
probably
old.
some like pipe connectors or something that got taken that like fucked up a whole business's day. But then the guy who stole it was like, shit.
What I'm gonna do with this pipe?
Yeah.
Sell them on
They-
Amazon.
Yeah, but say you go on Amazon. He's like, these pipe connectors kind of expensive shit.
All right.
All
All right. You actually convinced me for the hustle. I'm going to go.
He started a pipe connector company now.
I'll go
You guys
check
want to
it out.
start a gang? hit these trains.
Get some horses.
Shit.
it
Yeah, we
The
should
trains.
just do
We
it
gotta-
old
we gotta-
school.
we gotta
It becomes like
We gotta
fashionable.
name our gang.
What?
We gotta name our gang.
We do.
You know they had like the Billy
Wild
the
Wild
Kid
West.
band.
Yeah. I
Who's
do.
it gonna be named
Horses
after?
would be smart though, cause like ain't no license on the back of a horse,
Mm.
so can't nobody be like, "Yo, I see the plates." They're like, "I see the ass," but I don't know what that means.
If everyone got away on horses,
That's slick.
that'd be so sick.
We gonna have to
Slick.
ride trains in like Santa Clarita though, so it's like
Yeah,
There's horse.
Or the horse
crossing.
gonna get tired as a motherfucker. Horse with a long one. Tired as a bitch.
Pull over to the side.
Is that one of those guys who's robbing the train?
You don't have that much on the back of the horse, nigga. You realize it wasn't a good idea.
It's like a PS4 back there.
Just one backpack.
You say fuck it, just hop off your horse, jump off the side of the freeway,
Start running, trying to get an Uber.
sliding down the bushes, calling the Uber.
I came up a PS5, but I spent money on the horse and the Uber.
I'm in the red.
Did you get the pick of me on the horse though? Okay, cool. Because I mean that was dope.
Imagine the newscast though, the helicopter and the horse just
Yeah.
going out 101. Traffic's at a dead stop, but you going in between cars with the horse.
You know, news like he rides the horse pretty good.
Damn.
Apple employees will need to show proof of receiving COVID-19 booster shot moving forward. As the Omicron variant continues to spread across the United States, Apple
Whoa,
is
the
adjusting...
what variant?
What is it called?
Omicron?
Omicron?
She
What
said-
did I
Who you say?
Amari
Amari Khan.
Amari Khan.
Amari Khan.
Amari Khan.
That's funny because we also have an
Transformer.
article that Amarion
He's like
addressed
upset.
that he is not a COVID variant.
Yeah.
Omicron.
And he said this happened with B2K and Y2K. He was like, this is the second time.
That's funny.
Amarion is like, I can't catch
That's
a fucking
actually
break.
funny.
Amarion can't catch a break. He's so like committed to being unbothered.
Yeah,
Shit
bro.
just keep
Niggas
coming
bother
at
him.
He really is the most unproblematic
He be
person. But
chilling.
like the problems really just
And
come
there's always
to him.
something.
He'd be so happy and positive about shit, and like the world does not want him to win.
He probably like, they don't even sound like my name.
Niggas was like, it's close enough. It's funny,
Not even
nigga.
close.
He in school back over again.
As the new variant continues to spread across the United States, Apple is adjusting its protocols for employees. The Verge reports Apple will require corporate and retail staff to offer proof of having received a COVID-19 booster shot if they want to enter offices or stores
Oh,
from
full-on
February 15th
booster.
onward. Additionally, the company says that employees who are unvaccinated will be required to prove negative COVID-19 rapid tests before entering the workplace, beginning on January 24th. Due to waning efficiency of the primary series of COVID-19 vaccines and the emergence of highly transmittable variants, a booster shot is now part of staying up to date with your COVID-19 vaccination to protect against
That shit
severe
like a
disease.
registration. That's crazy. I don't know. I was talking to a friend of mine. It was like, oh, I'm down with that. I got Omicron, but thank God I got the booster the week before because I don't know how sick I would be without it. I'm like, wait, you got the booster the week before and you still got it?
But could it
That
possibly
keeps
open
happening to
you?
people.
Could it possibly open you up to more? Like
Well,
once you,
isn't it kind of like the
when you-
flu?
yeah,
And
when you
sometimes
get
the flu shot.
if you get the booster or you get like the vaccine in general, I think it's supposed to like give you some of the actual
Yeah.
Yeah.
symptoms
Virus
and
for your
virus,
body
yeah.
to fight off.
Yeah, so I think that they can still get it, but for me, it's just more about Apple implementing this and saying, hey, we're only allowing you in if you get the booster. Nike actually fired all of their employees starting, I think, January 15th or 18th or whatever it was, but all of their employees who were not vaccinated.
Is this every Apple store, every Nike store, or is this like the corporate office?
It's corporate.
Okay.
You're not. I mean, anywhere else you still trying to
The
hire.
Nike store in the Grove.
Yeah, they like you can do what you want to do.
I think a lot of this is liability, man. So you can't go to work and you catch COVID and then sue Apple because they didn't have precautions set up, and then they said, hey, we have this set in place, so we're not liable for you catching it.
Also, people are mad, but like they're private businesses. They can
Yeah,
do what they
they can
want
do
to
whatever
do.
they want.
And after they fucking told you, hey, you got to be vaccinated. Of course, to some people it's not fair, but life isn't fair. I just think it's interesting just to see that Nike is such a big entity. They're such a big fucking company. For them to take the dive or the big step forward. I think Citibank as well did it like a couple days before them and said they were firing anybody that wasn't vaccinated. So I just think it's interesting that the government can't actually mandate this on the people, but I think big companies are trying to kind of enforce what they think the government should, so that they can kind of at least run the reins on whatever they have. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Yeah.
I think it's all interesting.
It's kind of like Florida to me. Like I'm like, Well, this one I'm more on the side of. But with the Florida, I'm like, I'm glad it's interesting to see that somebody's doing that. Somebody's treating it this way. I like that this one culture is like, we're going to require everyone to be vaccinated. I wonder if that's going to solve all their problems. I hope it does. And it's kind of like well, we did this at our offices and it totally worked.
I don't know if any of this shit is solving all of your problems.
Well, I mean, imagine some of these people are afraid to go to work because they might like live with a relative who's like an old person or can't get the vaccine. You know, they're immunocompromised. So then it's like now knowing, well, everyone I go to work with is not only vaccinated, but they're also testing negative for COVID. That probably makes them feel better.
Is it both or one or the other? Like if you vaccinated, you don't have to come in with it.
It's one or the other. So they are also allowing you to just show negative COVID tests.
No, not Nike though.
Not Nike. But
Nike fired
Apple.
Everybody that was not vaccinated. I think Apple's doing negative COVID tests.
I thought it was that you have to have the vaccination, the booster, and test negative for COVID.
No, this says unvaccinated employees or those who haven't submitted proof of vaccination will need negative COVID-19 tests to enter Apple.
Well, that's totally fine.
I would rather deal with a negative test than just vaccinations, because people vaccinated and still catch it and give it like negative tests, you know, for sure. Well, more of a chance.
No, I was just saying, I think it's more interesting, because there are so many questions that are not being answered that we don't have the answer to yet just because of time.
Don't nobody know what the fuck is going on.
Nobody knows exactly what it is. I just think it's interesting to see a company as big as Nike, say, hey, if you're not vaccinated, you're fired. Yeah. Like you're fucking terminated. Like just because, like you said, vaccinations don't mean that you can't catch it. Of course, it's supposed to make your chances better that you survive with the actual virus. But it's so many questions that just aren't being answered to see Nike and Citibank all take like these firm stances. They're just interesting to me.
It would be cool if there were massively free personal tests. So then this could be the policy people everywhere if personal tests were free to everybody.
Like in our industry, like we was talking about earlier, they test us. They test us, 3 times a week to make sure everybody's good, because vaccination, it could prevent you from dying. They say it does, but you can still catch it and give it to somebody, nigga die.
For sure.
So I think just frequent testing would be great. And Nike, they got enough money to provide tests, but hey.
Yeah,
private companies
Apple's providing the tests, and they're not going back to offices for corporate, and they're giving each employee $1,000 to get at-home equipment to stay at home and work.
But what's dope about any of these is that, like nigga said, if you've been unemployed for however much time, you got an opportunity to say that you worked at Apple or Nike, and that you just didn't want to get vaccinated. I'm just saying, if you put it on your resume, you can now write down that you.
I think there's a lot of companies that are fine with hiring at Apple. You used to work at Apple?
Yeah, I used to work at Nike, fam. Yeah, the whole vaccination thing. I won't really fuck with that. You might get hired by saying some shit like that.
I feel you.
For sure.
I feel you.
There's definitely some places that are like, we understand that.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Yeah.
You're the new IT guy.
That's an opportunity.
Yeah.
It is. No, right now with Nike.
That definitely exists.
With Nike firing their employees, I wonder exactly what the number is. They have to rehire people. They're still Nike.
Oh, you saying more people come in like, hey, I'm vaccinated. Well, I'm looking for a job.
They 1,000% are about to have people coming in saying, I'm vaccinated. This is what I've done before, and I'm looking for a job. 1,000%.
I thought you were saying.
I was also saying that you could go in and lie if you're going for a different job now.
Yeah.
And saying,
I was actually just said Nike, man. They ain't had a vaccine. I was gonna get it the next week. I got it now, actually, but you know what I mean. They had to go ahead and let me go. It's all good.
And you good?
I'm an Adidas man anyway.
Mike Todd, a 34-year-old pastor at Tulsa's Transformation Church, is being criticized for delivering a sermon on Sunday in which he rubbed his saliva onto a churchgoer's face. The churchgoer on the receiving end of Todd's spit was reportedly his younger brother, but even so, the incident left many people from his congregation grossed out and for good reason. A global pandemic is roughly the least ideal time to rub saliva onto another individual's face. The controversial moment came while Todd delivered a message about how a vision from God might get nasty. Yeah, God is saying, can you physically, spiritually, and emotionally be able to stand? Todd asked the crowd. This is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What people would do is turn away. After coughing and spitting into his hand, Todd
I gotta hear the
saliva into his brother's eyes. And do you hear and see the response of the people? Todd continued as many people in the crowd shrieked in horror. What I'm telling you is how you react is how the people in your life will react when God is doing what it takes for a miracle. Mike, Todd, and his wife Natalie were appointed as the leaders of the Transformation Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2015.
Damn.
He cocked that shit up too, fam.
Look at his brother shaking his head. That's right. Go ahead, get it.
And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore.
But my brother,
What most people would do is turn away.
fam, he spit in his. He wild, fam. I ain't gonna lie, he wild, fam.
I like it as a theatrical technique.
Telling you, what I'm telling you
It's hard to watch.
is just as he's physically standing here, knowing what's coming. God's saying, can you physically and spiritually and emotionally be able to stand?
Why he lying on that?
God got so much to do. He ain't fucking with this foolishness.
Might get nasty.
Fam, this is wild.
I'm gonna say it in a point just like that. Receiving vision from God might get nasty.
Breaks my heart.
You mean, God, I just bought in crazy faith. I
What's the
just
middle
bought my
part?
dream car.
Receiving vision from God might get nasty.
This is a bar for him.
Fam.
And ride
This gets so wild. I ain't gonna front with you.
me again? Yeah, because the vision I'm about
Look
to
at
give
this. Look
you,
at this. What? Why'd you do that?
that might get nasty.
Why'd you just wipe it in like?
Is that it hanging from his?
Yes, fam.
Yes.
That's really his spit.
Oh,
Oh, he just took it out of his mouth.
he's so mad.
He just took it out of his mouth, bro.
What I'm telling
The
you
brother dressed like a first AD.
is how you just when God is doing what it takes.
They ready for you.
You just reacted is how people in your life will react, like when you're following me. Is kind of how he said. Like it's a really weird way to get people.
Bro, I can't trust the bar. Oh.
You make it hard on people. Like I am a church believer. I'm a Christian. I see stuff like this and I be like, fam, what you want people to do? Why you be confused on why people shy away from the church when you use theatrics like this to put you Simba this man in front of everybody and put spit on this man's face in front of the whole congregation. We can't never look at this man the same again.
And not see that spit on his face.
No, we gonna always think of it. Hey, spit nigga. Hey, spit nigga.
I've
like-
never seen all of Christian Twitter align on one thing that this was like absolutely insane and outrageous. It's so disgusting. Pandemic or not, you should never spit on someone. But yeah.
And he blamed it on God. He was like,
God was probably like, fam, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, what
At
y'all
all.
doing?
The message behind it is also like inherently manipulative as
Right,
well.
he trying to play off of the word nasty.
Yeah.
It's also like people like do whatever I say, no matter if I'm spitting on your face, like
you're
this
not
guy
Jesus.
did.
He's
You're
yeah,
not
no,
Jesus.
exactly. It felt like
Yeah.
it was more about him than it
Yeah.
was about the word of
all
God.
of it is.
He's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
spinning it. No matter if you turn around in the face of God, in the physical, it can get. Imagine how you could flip that. You got a girl in your house, and imagine if you turn around physically, how nasty it can get. That Jesus is. It could get bad. It could. It could get
Together
bad.
by faith.
Faith.
Yeah, but how hard does it have to be to like to? Cause like obviously this is a fuck up. He apologized today too. I saw he put a video out. But
Why
like,
did he apologize? You know what he was doing?
no, he said he could have used a better way for him to demonstrate. But the message is the same. Don't fuck with me or you get spit on in public. No, no, but he for me it's like how hard does it have to be for pastors or preachers to navigate nowadays, right? Because if you are getting popular online, we probably don't trust you. Off rip. But in the same breath, we want somebody that's a good teacher or preacher, and part of that is showmanship.
Is it?
Part of that is. I'm not saying that shouldn't be the soul of what it is. It shouldn't be a person being like, I'm a good performer, so I'm here to do this theatrical thing. But if you want people to listen to what you say, the Bible can be boring at times. If you want people to listen to what you're saying, you might have to do some showmanship and be like, hey, this and this. I don't know if spitting on anybody's face is the showmanship you should take. But part of me is things like how hard it is to navigate. Because look at somebody like Mike Todd, and you like, okay, my mom, actually, she's a pastor, and she actually liked him, right? And she had told me, so I was so delighted to call her and be like, this the nigga you got me following? Just to fuck with her, just because that's the kind of nigga I am. I called her this morning and was like, really, mama, this the nigga you want me to follow when he spitting on people's faces? She didn't even know. She was like, what you mean? I sent her the video. She was like, oh my God. And I'm like, you know, he's kind of a big figure in that space for sure. My ears was right there, but
Sorry,
tried to kill us.
to cover it.
But no, in the same time, I'm like, yo, one mistake in that space, and they coming for you.
Yeah.
It's over. Because then they started pulling hella videos of him and being like, cancel this nigga.
Well, he's said some other questionable
has.
things in his speeches.
Yeah,
too.
they gonna pull
So-
it all out after that.
Yeah.
It's like.
And I'm not defending him. I don't know him.
Yeah. I just look at it as like, what's a mistake? You know what I mean? A mistake is slipping up, doing something. Now, this was cursed. This was planned.
This was
and
wild.
it was like, he talked for like 5 minutes after he spit in his hand before he put it on his face. Like and his intentions for this wasn't, I'm not gonna say they weren't genuine, but it's just like, I don't know.
It wasn't
like
needed.
I don't feel it was
not
sincere.
needed. It wasn't needed at
What
all.
was the sincerity in you spitting in your brother's face? Like,
Yeah.
You know
All
what I
the
mean?
intention was gimmick and showmanship, and I didn't even really feel the thing underneath it.
I think
it
it
was
came-
almost like he thought of the spit thing first.
he
Yeah.
thought he was cocky. He was thinking, I'm Mike Todd. I could spit in his face and they're gonna follow me.
Right.
Like that's just.
He's an entertainer more than he is, I feel like, an educator.
Yeah, they're
and guys
Beijing
and stuff
dope.
like that. Yeah.
So there's
I
like a
was
stand-up who's
Yeah.
like, "Look, you caught me on a bad night. We can't experiment on stage anymore." or is it like, no, like, man, these are tendencies of yours?
No, and I'm not defending Mike Todd. I don't know Mike Todd enough. I don't know his actual anything enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna defend him or take him down. But I just think to myself in general, like that obviously is way too far. Intentions are way fucked up. Yeah, every time I see him, it is way more showmanship. It is way more like I know how to get followers online and get people to really and that's talent. But in the same breath, that shouldn't be played with religion and different things. If you can do that organically and that happens and people want to follow, you follow some motherfuckers sometimes. You be like, damn, this person just being themselves.
Yeah.
And that's how they got here. That's dope, man. That you was able to be yourself and motherfuckers really fuck
And
with
they
you.
feel genuine
They feel
opposed to
genuine.
being put on and sold something.
For sure. But I also think to myself, because we can say this, right now we're filming on Dr. King Day, on King Birthday, that if Dr. King was here today, would Dr. King be Dr. King? Would he not be one mistake away? I'm just saying, in the society that we're in and how people react and the things they looked at. Like if Dr. King had social media, them DMs would have came out a long time ago. I don't mean to take
I knew you was going.
So you're trying to
I-
take down
I say
Dr.
that.
King,
No, I don't
motherfucker?
know. Hell no. I'm
kidding,
just more
I'm
saying.
But
joking.
at
think he
the
was a person.
time though, what Dr. King was doing in the shadows, it came to light over time.
did,
And if
it
that
did.
did, his intentions weren't to put it out on stage. He wasn't on stage like, yo, turn around, let me kiss this woman, and she's not Coretta because of whatever reason. I'm saying this guy,
Fair.
he presented this to the world. It's not like we seen a video of him getting mad at a cookout and spitting in his brother's face. And it's like, all right, he's human, but what he preaches, it's like he uses as a gimmick to send his message. I don't know, man.
No,
It's
I'm
I don't
with you.
know.
No,
I
I'm
don't
with
know.
you.
To me, it's very Suicide Forest. It's very like Logan Paul. I understand
Shock
how
factor,
his
yeah.
mindset
Yeah.
got to Suicide Forest. He was like, I need more clicks. I need to go bigger. I need to go harder.
Yeah.
This would be crazy. This would be cool. And then he was there, and people were like, no. And he was like, oh, right. I'm sorry I did this. And I kind of think that that's the same type of journey with this guy of like, I got gimmicks and I got lessons and I'm a great performer and I mix them together. And this spit thing, it's like a long cigarette slowly burning. It like catches your eye. And It's like he was thinking the theatrics of it and not, but it's God.
He was in a delusional bubble where probably nobody could tell him anything. I don't follow him, so I don't know how big he is, but just by looking at what I saw, he's probably in a bubble where it's like, you feel like he could do anything. If somebody told him he couldn't do it.
It's a dangerous place.
It is a dangerous
It's a dangerous place.
Celebrity
It's a dangerous
or
place,
influencer
yeah.
or pastor, anybody, because you lose touch of reality.
Mm-hmm.
And then anyone that says something that you don't agree with, you just kick them out of your circle, kind
Right.
of. So everyone's scared to speak up.
I think it's probably most dangerous in the position he's in.
Yeah.
And not saying that, nobody else is, valuable, but like still when it comes to, social media celebrities or anything, actors, whatever it may be, musicians, there's still responsibility you have to take in choosing that person as a role model, right? Versus the church and what that leader is.
It's different with the church.
Automatic. It's that person is the person you look up to because what kids are taught, not necessarily in Christian churches or Christian quotes, but Catholic, whatever. But that person is the person that's closest to God. So then people end up looking at that person and being like, well, this person is holier than thou. And to see the person as closest to God spit on a nigga face.
Yeah.
It's a bigger responsibility
That
when
is
it's
wild.
religion.
I think
It
it's
is.
the
Bigger
best
It's super
responsibility.
big.
This is like one of the best examples of why it's so important to prioritize your relationship with God over your relationship with the church as an institution too. Because I feel like that is something that would definitely like make you question joining a church or going to a church. But I think if your foundation of like going to church is just like your foundation is your relationship with God, then this is just like you can see what it is. It's like, this is just a bad example of a leader.
Yeah.
Humans are flawed. Humans are flawed.
Yeah.
Humans are flawed.
The thesis of this podcast: humans are flawed.
Humans are flawed.
That's why you should try pigs.
OnlyFans creator with 2 vaginas says she uses one for work and the other for personal use. An Australian woman who was born with 2 vaginas says she uses one for work and the other for personal use. Evelyn Miller, 32, started working as an escort 7 years ago after a failed relationship and started traveling around the world. She said due to her condition, sex work was easy for her emotionally and physically. Additionally, she started working as an OnlyFans creator after quitting the escort industry. She also I was able to use one vagina for work and one vagina for my personal life, which made the work a lot easier emotionally and physically for me. After I quit this, I started OnlyFans. She also added that sex feels different in each vagina, and her doctor informed her that she could only pick one side to have a baby in. Currently, she's pregnant with her second child, but she can't give her birth vaginally.
How she picked the one to have a baby with then? If she can't even give her birth vaginally. Oh, because they still have sex with that side.
How do you have 2 vaginas? I've never heard of that. Educate me on my ignorance. I've heard of hermaphrodites.
Richer, bro.
How do you have 2 vaginas? Where does it go?
I think she bought the other one, right?
No. She was born with
I thought she was saying
It's
she
called-
had.
No, there's like a woman.
I thought she was saying she had ran one loose for 7 years on the escort
It's
business.
where she has a double.
a
She
new
has 2
one.
uteruses.
Bought a new one.
No,
I was
No.
like,
that's not what
That
it
could be
is.
done.
Yeah.
I'm sure it
Two
can be done.
uteruses.
if you got enough money.
Get a second one and you just have like a beater in your garage.
Yeah, you just like, yo, them my shoes I run here.
no, not that one.
Them my shoes I run here. I'm good.
No, I think it's like
It's a condition with her uterus.
What is
Wow.
it called? And it's literally 2 vaginas?
I don't know what it looks like. You have to subscribe to her OnlyFans, apparently. to
she
see
has
it.
one.
Yeah,
She has an
she's an
OnlyFans.
only.
I know at the
okay,
beginning.
if you do both of them get wet at the same time, or
These are
like
so many questions that we probably don't have.
does it be a random one? It's like a raffle.
It's like the end of a Grey's Anatomy episode. So many
No,
questions.
House for sure.
But
This
the
is a
one
House
of but
episode.
the one of them is ran through though, right? The one
Yeah,
that
she
was,
uses one for pleasure, one for work.
So yeah, she chose from the beginning before she even got like in the game that like this is my work pussy. Don't touch my work
That's
pussy.
what, that's what it sounds
I mean,
like.
and it's my personal. Dudes ever pay a little extra to touch the personal?
I feel like that's like the first question, man.
How much of the personal?
I'm sure people want to pay to hit both.
for sure.
Right?
It's like a threesome with one person.
Yeah.
You
Well,
go for.
She probably definitely putting deals together, bundles together.
Yeah, she's also. Yeah.
You want both
Bundles.
vaginas? You know how much it's gonna run you.
Oh,
So are you
man.
saying that on OnlyFans she exclusively uses one vagina, and is like No
And
matter
she said
what.
they feel different.
This
But-
other one.
But she shows
is
off
for
both of
personal
them.
use.
Or
does she like-
doesn't say.
or does she cover
just
the-
says,
What's her name?
Because she's way less interesting if she's only showing just one vagina. Then she becomes a regular person, OnlyFans.
She got 2. I want to find
she
her.
said her favorite is her right vagina.
Right,
Sex
wait,
is
so it's
slightly
not-
more
Oh,
comfortable.
It's not top and bottom. It's left and right.
Which one's the wrong one?
She said, my favorite is my right vagina. It's slightly more comfortable and I can orgasm using that one. So she's reserved this one for her personal relationships.
The left one? The left one's for
The
everybody.
left one is
Bro,
for
that gotta be incredible.
It do.
Outside of like the shock factor. Imagine if you had 2 penises.
The confidence you walk around with.
Man,
You know it'd be weird.
If one don't get right, the other one do.
Yeah.
Done with one, go right to the other one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, it's like having an extra clip, like with a.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Extendo.
find
You
each
gotta
other.
She said she
extendo.
found out because one of her clients, so she was an escort before. She found out because one of her clients was a gynecologist and he could feel the difference and he gave her a medical exam.
Wait, it took that long to
Oh.
figure out you got 2?
So that's what I'm saying. So she already ran through both of them, and then she designated one of them as precious.
No, she ain't know
So
she had 2
probably just
until
has
she
like
was
a middle
escorting.
vaginal
But
wall.
one of her clients was a gynecologist, so he checked it out after he was smashing and was like, "Yo, you know these are 2 different vaginas, right?"
You know your vagina's different.
No, she didn't know she had 2. She thought she
didn't
had
know she had
1.
2.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
told her.
yeah.
He the person who told her.
Out of all them years, nobody, you ain't know you got 2. You really ain't got 2. You probably got like,
She found out when she was 20.
you got 2 socks and 1 shoe.
But like, how do they look like? Does it still look like
was-
one?
She said, no, it doesn't look like one because she said that she, in the past, she had other clients who thought that she had undergone a sex change and that it used to like offend her. And then to come to find out, she just really had 2 vaginas. She didn't know.
I gotta see this.
It's like
She gets
it's
money
got,
out of us
there's
right
got to
now.
be a little like
Watch
wall
out
in
now.
the middle.
Watch out what you're doing.
Like so you can either go to the right or the left.
That's what I'm
You're
saying,
deciding your
right?
career right now, Chris.
Is that an extra wall? There's like an extra wall.
Like a wall between?
Hey, welcome back to the Weak Guess About Science podcast.
Whoa, this look crazy.
Wait,
see
you
it?
can see it?
No way.
Nah, that's a septic hymen. It's just like never mind. Hold on. I need, what's her OnlyFans? She ain't had
Well,
this
I'm
news
sure you could just
publisher.
look up the condition and
I'm
see what
trying, and I
it
see
is.
a woman with a leg coming out of her vagina. What the fuck is this?
Her name's Evelyn Miller. It doesn't say where her
No, this is from
OnlyFans is.
1910.
She was a prostitute with a leg coming out of her.
That's
vagina. There's a
crazy.
shoe and a sock on
That
it.
is good. Well, I'll put the shoe in the cycle.
God.
Wait,
it's never touching the
Protection?
ground. It's never touching the
Wait,
ground.
sorry, there's a woman with 3 legs and the middle one is like crossed over
It's-
the right one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
Ah, the
that
things
feels
you
like-
find looking for 2 vaginas. Hold on.
That's animated. Wait, oh,
Bro,
Okay,
I don't
so
know if
this
this
is a
is.
so
drawing
she had
of it.
vagina, leg, vagina.
No, this is a drawing of it. So to simplify it,
She drew it?
I don't know who drew it.
That's
but this is
the
what it would look
inside
like. So
of a
there's just
vagina?
2 openings, like 2 whole openings. You found it?
What's her name,
You're showing
man?
us like a science
I'm doing
diagram.
just a drawing. It's
Evelyn Miller.
Okay, that's kind of what I saw.
yeah, it's just that.
Just there's one vagina to the right and, one to the left.
It's like a
Yeah, but how would
crossroads.
she not have seen that and been like, this is 2 vaginas?
Right, that's what I'm
mean,
saying.
She
Why it
was
take
like-
so long to
she
find
just
out?
thought everyone had like a little peace sign vagina.
I also don't know like how often girls are just like mirror to vagina looking at your vagina all the time. Yeah.
And when you think about it, women don't see it that many vaginas, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
that's
what
true.
it was
That's
Probably
true.
think
all
yours
about.
looks normal.
This is
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
But she
yeah.
might watch porn.
Yeah, but even like not every girl watches porn.
Went
So
off?
I'm like,
Well,
you're not
she
always
did become
gonna
an
think-
escort at 20
She
years
did
old.
become
But
an
that doesn't mean you
escort.
watch porn.
Oh,
No,
that's
you're
true.
right. You're
Why?
right. I don't
Much
know her
more.
situation, but I wonder.
Evelyn.
That's
And
what-
it doesn't look like.
it's just interesting that escort came
Yeah.
before 2 vaginas. I thought it would be like I'm a 2 vagina girl,
And now
and
I'm
this
gonna
is
be
kind of
on-
defining
make
me.
some
I
money.
want to
Right,
going into
finish
sex
my
work,
business.
or let me make some money.
Wait. Okay, so that is wild. That she's like, I have 2 vaginas. This one never gets touched. So like this is just for my boyfriend. So it's like, is it the same? Am I cheating on you?
But what if she just
Right.
What if she just capping? What if she just tell every client this one never gets touched, but
This
I'll
one
make
don't
an
get-
exception for you and charge them hella
Charge more,
bread.
right?
That's a smart
Killing
businesswoman.
it.
Yeah, I
Killing
know.
it.
Proud of her.
Oh, here
I'm
she
a
It's
is.
a brilliant idea.
Oh, here
I would
she
do
is.
it.
Wow, I look like I just found gold. Wow, here she
Found her
is.
Instagram?
Yeah.
What
Better
is-
than I ever
is-
imagined.
You subscribed now?
Nah. I'm gonna go to Reddit. Get it for free.
Everybody knows it's for free there. Two vaginas is it's a cool party trick.
It is.
How do you like kick off the convo though with that? Like that feels like that you probably.
I'm not gonna say it's a
people.
party trick. Let's retract that.
It's
not a party trick.
I was just for this young lady, she obviously is in
She's
the
embraced
business.
it. She's embraced
and
it.
she's in the business of getting people into this.
Yeah, now.
yeah.
That's her business. So it's somewhat of a party trick.
And
It's
it
her-
feels like she joined that business before she realized this about herself.
She got lucky.
yeah.
She found
She
her
found out
niche.
she had a
Like a
She
niche.
found her like
Unicorn
Mike
now.
shoes.
She's a
found her
unicorn
niche.
now, for sure.
If
Wow.
nothing was going right for me, I'm not gonna say nothing was going right. Personally, if nothing was going right and I had 2 penises, of course I'm getting into the business.
Yeah.
How else would I capitalize
But
off
what
of
if
this?
you got into the business and then someone was like, not everybody has 2 penises?
You'd be like, I'm.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, but then you would know you were valuable and more. You worth more. 'Cause you're
Yesterday's
like, yo,
price is not today's
Not
price.
today's price.
Man, I need double rate.
Would you date
If
a
you
girl?
had 2 dicks, do you think you're out of it? Like, would you look at it and be like, I'm automatically called to be in this
Yeah,
space?
is a calling, right?
There's no other way to look at it.
I had a dream that I had 2
on Dr.
once.
King's Day.
Never mind, man. I swear I didn't connect those 2. I'm not even gonna take credit for that.
I did not
It was
either.
witty, but I didn't do it on purpose. Yeah.
Would you date a girl with 2 vaginas?
Date her?
How many
I
guys
mean,
have you
would
had
you
sex
have?
with?
She's like, which vagina?
Which one?
You see your carrying numbers?
I only had 1 vagina, but then I had COVID. So now I have 2 vaginas.
I used to have 2 penises. Then COVID took one of them away.
Would you date a dude with 2 penises?
I feel like there'd be a lot of work.
I was about to say.
Like, because 1 can be a lot. Sometimes I'm like 2. It's a lot of work.
Also, what you're not thinking about is that you're scaring
you
most people.
feel dirty afterwards. Like, oh, I just had 2 at the same time.
You think most girls are just signing up for that? Being like, you think you could be like,
Right,
just
right,
talking
right.
to a girl some chill shit. You got 2 dicks and you don't say nothing.
You just whip out.
And then you get in the house and y'all about to have sex. You whip out. You like, yo, I got 2 dicks. You think
Whoa,
she gonna be
whoa,
like,
whoa.
okay, we'll figure it out? No, she gonna be like, no.
I mean, is that like the first time ever you've even heard of 2 dicks? Because I'm like, if that's the first, I might think you're like an alien. But if it's like a common thing amongst the world, like some guys have.
No,
It's like right now in
nobody
the world
has-
we
Nobody
in.
has 2 dicks.
Nobody
The
has
world
2
we
dicks.
No,
He
no.
whips it
Bro,
out
that's-
and he's like, I got 2 dicks. It's crazy, I know, but I know how to work both of them.
That's a
That's
mood
a
killer
slogan.
though. She not just
I'm
like,
out.
okay. She
Nobody-
like, wait, hold on. She gonna cut on
And
like.
if she
Nobody.
does say okay,
Inspecting?
that's not the
She's
girl you
wild.
should be fucking with.
She gonna take pictures.
She's wild.
Send it to the group chat.
She's done
you
everything.
for sure in the group chat.
What if you
with
like
2 dicks.
live? What if he like courts you and you live like a romantic comedy life, and he kind of like you always think it's gonna go to the next level, and then it doesn't.
Because he's like, I got 2
Sweet.
dicks.
He likes
I'm-
me for real.
I'm in love with you, and then he's like, okay, let's finally have sex, and you're like, wow, it's gonna come, and then he's like, I have a secret. I have 2 dicks.
Okay, what if he got
Then-
what if
I'm
he-
already in love with him.
Yeah.
yeah. And what if he has 2 dicks, but one of them super small, and it don't move or grow? It just
think
stand,
it's 3
it just
balls?
stand next to the
You
other
made
dick.
it gross.
It just stand next to the other dick, and it's like a little dick that just like look depressed.
Well, there's probably not a lot of oral sex that would be happening on my end, and
That
it would
little
probably
dick
Cause you gotta be next to the little
Yeah,
dick.
That
The
little
little
dick keep
dick,
hitting you.
the little dick just tapped you in the eye, the nose. You like the little dick moving? The fuck?
Oh, the little dick the only one that comes.
My big dick can't come. I ain't tell you, my big dick can't come. But my little dick, he squirt this whole bitch out.
I'm gonna take care of you first, but you gotta take care of the little dick afterwards. Yo,
Oh,
you
shit.
be trying to hide the little dick? Move your hand. No. Cut the lights off.
I didn't want to say that.
So you almost have to involve both dicks in every single. Yeah.
Yeah, she said only one of her vaginas come.
Oh, I missed that part.
And it's the fucking work
It's the
one.
right. No. She said she
joking.
uses that one for personal.
She uses the one that comes.
So
for
she only
personal?
come for personal when it's business.
Yeah.
She don't got no needs to come. It's just work.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
That's fair.
It's strictly business.
That's fair.
Strictly business.
But like that little dick just coming, that's wild.
That little dick coming.
That's
oh,
wild.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, wild for who? For y'all or for the girl?
Everybody in
No.
all parties involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if, like, for the guy, like, that felt so good?
Yeah.
Like, even better, it felt a double orgasm.
Or you
With
just
That
double
guy
find-
has a double orgasm.
Every time.
He, like,
You
more
just
than we
tickling the
can
little dick
imagine.
the whole time you hitting it. You over so you're tickling your own little.
Your little dick
like-
clit. Your little dick clit.
little dick click. You're over here rubbing your little dick.
Play
clit.
my little dick clit. Stop playing.
Or you just date a girl with 2 vaginas.
What you mean?
You date a girl
There's
with 2
someone
vaginas.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
imagine,
that's true.
imagine she don't like you. Y'all don't get along. We were made for each other.
Yeah, you need to find her. That would be like your
You do.
soulmate.
You should be an
Whoa, what if it fit like a
Damn.
puzzle piece?
Literally.
Little dick fit in perfectly.
She got a little vagina.
Yeah, he liked it a little bit. Like, oh. Warm as a mother.
We are perfect, but we are so toxic. We just really
Look
don't
at
get
us.
along.
Oh man.
What is this podcast even about? Like, I always think about getting into writing porn because you know what?
That
I-
storylines be so bad.
They be so bad, but that's what makes them good. Because I also feel like there's a skill, so there's a certain like style to porn, to being so bad. Like, cause I'm like, nobody tried on the script. Nobody ever tried on the script. And if you ever get somebody that like really like puts a real script together, I'm like, this is commendable.
But
no?
it might be a waste of a script.
Yeah, I think they need to put more special effects in the porn.
They might. Is that it? They might have. I don't know.
Like explosions and
But it's like-
Explosions. Okay, I don't know what kind of explosions you
What
talking
kind
about.
of
That's what I thought about too.
what
Explosions.
kind of special effects?
I'm saying they need that type of shit. I'm saying I don't know if they already have that. You saying they do already
I
have
think
it?
people just don't
Explosion
really
porn?
care. They just got it there for like, it's like an inside joke. Like when you do Disney and you draw a dick in a castle, it's like, let's put a storyline here.
Yeah, but
no
maybe-
one will notice.
Maybe we don't care because we've never seen it. What if you
We
was
never sit
mid
down and watch
masturbation
it.
and you was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. You pulled your pants up. This is an actual amazing movie. Maybe
Nobody
we
wants
ain't
that.
tapped in yet.
I don't think anybody wants that.
Maybe you do want that. Maybe you
No.
don't know what you
I
want.
I
think-
feel like
I-
when you're masturbating, it should be quick. So you're like not
You're
trying
trying to get in
spend-
and
I'm not
out,
trying to spend an
yeah.
hour and a half watching a movie.
A
Yeah,
storyline.
when are you going? Are you saying that we're gonna start?
you gonna
the
save
movie?
it for the end of the movie because after you
Yeah.
come, you're not gonna be interested in the
No,
movie no
Anymore.
more.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Well, it's like
You gotta watch it in 3
and
days.
Also, you're going there to masturbate, so like you don't want to sit around for like a
Watch
bunch
the
of
people.
exposition.
Are there some people that watch? I think you know what I think
Some
it is.
people.
I think the script isn't bad.
I watch the scripts,
the
guys.
script isn't bad. The acting is bad.
Yeah, but that's because the directing is bad. Nobody makes the actors believe they can do it.
But isn't it supposed to be?
No, I think you might be.
I
right.
don't think the talented actors. Not saying
It's
that the
not
Triple
supposed
X
to be,
adult
in my
entertainers
opinion.
aren't great actors, but I think if you're really skilled in acting and directing, you're not just gonna go to porn.
Yeah, no, but if you like, you know what? I
Yet.
want to revive the porn
Yeah, that's where you go at
industry.
the end.
What if you want to revive the porn industry? And then what? As we continue and we move into the metaverse, and the porn industry used to be $1 billion industry, I imagine it will, find a way to make a
How
lot
are
of
you?
money.
How would you
Back in the
change it?
metaverse,
I don't know. I imagine. Well, I don't know if metaverse and Oculus have any connection, but they feel like they do. As people continue to dive into VR and different things, I just feel like porn is obviously inevitable. People go to porn right
And-
away when they get VR. They go to porn right
You
away.
go to
when
like
Really?
a
I
Westworld
have-
style place.
I got an Oculus.
you at least try porn once.
He ain't
haven't
said nothing the
tried-
whole
That nigga, I
show.
thought that nigga is not
Try
no
it,
camera.
bro. Try it.
You haven't-
Try it.
Nigga can't do like God. Try it.
Do you walk around like?
But I heard they ain't got no.
like the same shit. It feels like the real thing.
No. How does it feel like the real thing?
I heard there's no.
You must got like accessories that come with it, like fake vaginas and stuff.
Like you're in a room and you just look around and the girl is there and
Yeah.
they're doing what
But I heard there's no diversity in dicks, and there's a white dick on your shit, no matter
There's
what.
Mainly
Do
just
that true?
Do you choose
I've
porn
never
based
done
on the
it.
dicks?
I've never done. Based on the dicks, I would never base my shit on
I
the
mean,
dicks.
he like,
I would
it's a
never
white
the
dick. I
foundation.
can't get into this.
No,
I need me a black dick.
Can you identify as a white character?
I can't identify as a white character. It has to be a bad bitch for me to push through.
A white dick?
The white character, yeah. Fucking a bitch, I might be like, all right, well, this is character, obviously.
Because you can't relate.
Yeah, you can't relate. I don't know if I'm in the business long enough to try to relate. If I'm necessarily like, yeah, I'm here to connect with this guy. Me and him feel like one.
Justify his actions. I feel like that would be a thing in VR though, because you're trying to be the
You are the person.
You're the person.
That's the person.
Do you try to match the rhythm in which you like? Oh, she's up and down.
Or do you
like,
think you fuck better than
That's
your
the
fake dick?
evolution. That might be the evolution of porn. No.
I don't know if I want porn
is
to
making
evolve.
those people feel, but
Porn
yeah,
is
you're
gonna
gonna
evolve.
feel
Why?
bad
It's
about.
enough.
You're gonna feel bad about
You
the
got-
industry you're
you
in.
know
got
the cavemen made
HD.
porn, right?
I know, but at this point, it's good enough. You got HD quality. Like, what more can you ask for?
I hear you.
Huh? Okay,
but I don't-
past VR.
Oh, I mean,
What
for
more can you
people-
ask
You ever been to
for?
Universal Studios when they do you be
You
on the
get
ride,
wet,
and you get wet. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Bro, I feel like if it's that great, it'll ruin the world.
I agree with you there.
If it's
It'll
great,
ruin
it's
So
that
if
great.
you really
Huh?
succeed
It'll
at
ruin
changing
relationships.
porn,
It'll
you're
ruin
gonna
relationships
kill
because-
everybody.
Y'all have no faith in humanity that y'all believe that people are so
We've
disconnected.
seen enough movies for us to know how it's gonna
It's
go.
not gonna go that way. So you really believe that you would ultimately drop what you have
I will
in your
say,
situation?
I
'Cause you
will,
like,
I will say this.
this robot don't talk back.
Yeah, people are already addicted to porn without it being VR.
Right,
you don't
right.
think that they're going to
True.
be addicted to VR porn if it's better, it's just as good as sex.
And you
it's
could
like, if
pick
my
any
girl-
one, and you can
and
pick
you pick
any
anyone.
woman you want.
I just tried it out. I just
You become the spokesperson.
But would you be afraid to?
He got his Oculus in his bag
What's Wi-Fi?
with an extra battery pack.
What's
What's
Wi-Fi?
But yeah, I think if it got too good, like people want to go live in a metaverse. Like we
Yeah.
don't even know what that is, and they spending thousands of dollars on land. If you
That's
could,
facts.
if you could have a vagina of anybody, if you could have sex with anybody you want, why settle for the only people that you can?
in this
You
real
know?
world.
Yeah, that in the
Yeah.
real world.
So you're
is-
saying that it's just one
it'll ruin
step
humanity.
more advanced than social media and Instagram, than all
Yeah.
that stuff. It's, people already feel like, oh, well, you know what? Like I always joke.
relationships wouldn't last if it's that good. There's a reason.
So you think relationships will just be a thing of literally the past by the time we are fully?
I don't think it'll ever happen. God will like have like send locusts or something to come get rid of all
Yeah.
that.
Not a thing of the past, but I think how like people be like, oh, like maybe if your parents are still together, like back in the day, maybe
wouldn't
like
be together.
relationships were a little better, lasted a little longer, just because you kind of were only dating
It was-
who was in your city or town or like in your circle. Or
We have a
whatever.
lot of
And
options.
now we have so many options. We're accessible to so many different people. You can literally just see a girl on Instagram on your explore page that looks good and DM her some eyes, and then all of a sudden y'all are like talking and linking, and then she's like coming over or whatever.
I mean, if
and
you
it's
want-
like with VR porn, it's like you're
not
probably
about to-
more satisfied, like you're probably masturbating or whatever so much more because you're not,
Yeah,
it feels the same as sex.
And
It's
imagine like
VR.
a
not putting in-
Why does it feel
19-year-old.
the same as sex?
That's what
He
we
said
saying
it
the
feels the
advancement
same.
is.
Because let's say,
Wait, so you got a flashlight?
yeah, basically there's gonna be a
Are
flash.
gotta have other
flashlight
accessories.
connected to your shit.
That's gonna happen
Because
because
your hand don't become better. Your
right?
hand don't be like, oh, my hand's warmer.
He said it's like the only way VR porn can get better is if they like implicate like haptic technology, and like haptic technology is basically like if you see that Ready Player One movie when they have
Yeah.
Where you could feel.
Yeah.
I think you know what I would say.
That will
I
happen.
think
Hey,
I think
You're
it'll.
way too deep into the VR porn game, and as your friend,
Hey.
I'm gonna tell you, you need to back out. Okay.
I respect it. If you get an investment tip in some of this technology you talking about, I think it's the future.
Nigga.
I think the only
then-
way it would be great. This is my pitch on VR porn because I feel like if it's just like with videos and stuff, I don't know, it's not as good because it's like you find pleasure in pleasing people in a whole connection. But if you and somebody could do it like a 2-player,
Like an Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail where you can like decide where you gonna take the shorty. It's
nah,
like,
like
I said this line to her. It didn't work.
nah,
Fuck.
it's like 2 players. like say your girl somewhere
like
else,
Black Mirror.
and you're like Black Mirror, like you'll log on,
Black Mirror
and
episode.
you really get like a genuine human reaction, not
Yeah.
some shit just programmed.
Wow.
Because if I'm playing VR porn, it's like
That's
she don't like me.
Now listen,
As
that's
a girlfriend,
dangerous.
then you gonna cheat on me?
That's
with
dangerous.
your VR headset, and I
Nigga-
wouldn't even know.
Nigga, I'm
That's
locked
that
in.
Black Mirror episode.
right.
I am locked in all day.
Is that really cheating?
That's dangerous because
Is it really
You know how many
cheating?
hoes you
well,
gonna
if it's
have?
like that, then it's cheating.
Because they don't count it as bodies. They gonna be girls. Everybody's just gonna be hoes.
you just fucking all day until you.
You're not gonna catch
But
nothing.
you cool with it. So you cool with it in your head being like, yeah, you know. She like, what you been doing out there? You like, I've been out there on my Xbox, just mind your business. But until she like, yo, I bought an Xbox, or she like, I bought a PS5, and she's fucking every dude on the internet.
Right.
She's playing the same game you
And then
playing.
she got two
She bought a
vaginas.
headset. She, like,
Yeah, she got
why
two
you got the headset?
vaginas. One for play and one for you.
She bought another vagina.
This one's just for you, but my online one. And then imagine creating a player. You take your tightness up to 99.
Yeah.
Oh,
You come back and check her shit on 72. The fuck? How much you been playing? You only had this game for a day, bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah, get in the argument.
Shit, that do sound like the world of the future, though.
I think it'll happen.
But
soon.
relationships might actually last longer. I mean, yeah, relationships. I think it'll be history will repeat
You
itself.
get a pass.
Well, I just think that we're in this like sweet spot where people just know about too many options and too many possibilities of other things, right?
Yeah.
So divorce and things come because people are like, you know, bitch, I got the internet still. I got Instagram. People are still
How many holes in my
yeah,
DM?
people are on my head, and that person's like, damn, that I guess is a possibility. But I think as we like go further, people will get so used to what that world is.
Right, like monogamy. That's man-made.
That
You
is
got- You just
man-made.
got used to it.
It is some westernized bullshit. What? Girl looked at me like, what she say?
Bullshit?
Bullshit. No,
I
but
recently learned what the marriage structures of like Native American cultures were, and it's not monogamous. But
Oh,
it
they got
is-
multiple wives.
But no, it's kind of like you can
Yeah,
take
five.
on a second wife, and sometimes it's your wife's sister, or sometimes it's your husband's brother. It's like very in the family. It's like
oh wait, so
it's like,
the
we
chick
fuck
also
those
can get a
sisters and the
dude.
sisters fuck the yeah. It felt like pretty gender equal and not
Some
monogamous.
super family shit though.
Yeah, but it was very like
It is.
family
That's my cousin's sister.
type.
Yeah.
But it was
My sister cousin.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
Which
you
one?
don't want that.
Both.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I mean,
well, they
wow,
don't sleep in with
it don't
their
make a
family.
difference.
It's
It
like
don't-
two
it don't really make a
brothers
difference.
married to
It
two
don't.
sisters.
It don't.
Genetically, I think it does.
Nah.
Two brothers and two sisters.
As long as it's
It's
not your
fine.
same relative.
Oh no, I'm saying that it sounds like it's gonna get too twisty over there.
It
when he
do
was
sound
saying,
like it might.
it was saying
get
like
twisted.
somebody gonna do something that you gonna be like, you know, technically, yeah, but like 25% of that is y'all the same blood.
And then I also think it was like you could have sex with other people in the tribe, like for fun, but like you're going home.
So it was a swingers party. I don't think.
It's kind of a
First of all, I'm not
swingers
trusting you, white man. You can't.
I just met this
took over.
Don't tell us nothing about the Native
land. Now you
Americans.
gonna
And
fuck-
they actually
you almost had me,
wanted
nigga.
us to make away.
Yeah, you said those blankets were for warmth too, didn't you?
I almost fell for that.
No, it did look. Yeah, well,
Would you if you could be in a relationship that was kind of open? Would you be in a relationship that was open? I feel like white dudes are way more comfortable with like their girl like
It's a cultural
talking
thing.
to somebody
like their
else.
best friend. Like I see, like with white friends, is like you would date a girl and y'all break up, and then you like date her friend, and her friend like dates your friend. It's kind of just
Yeah.
like
And they're all still
fluid.
friends.
Yeah, and it's all a
Because
friend
the TV
group.
show
Yeah.
Friends, that's what the fuck they think it is. They think like
Yeah.
this
I
is how we do.
definitely-
You said it's like that?
that kind of. I've seen that exist in a lot of groups of circles.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever done
Yeah,
it?
like been in
Dated a
groups of
friend,
friends
yeah, of another
I know
who
so
all
many
date
friend
each other
groups
and
like
get
that.
back
Yeah.
together. Yeah, that makes
See,
sense.
that makes
I-
sense.
One of my
Date a
one
friend
of,
and get
one
back
of my
together?
good friends
Yeah.
who is not like there's no friend in my good friend group that I used to date, but I think that happens in friend groups.
Nobody's
So
into
you would
No, like I used to date a girl and now they're not really part of the
you would
friend
date your boy's ex. You would date your boy's ex if they broke up.
Ooh,
If she was
n-
nice?
No, not like a long, not like a real ex, but like in college, like things could like go like that.
So what if? Okay, what do you
But
call a real ex?
if it's a real
Yeah,
ex,
but
if it's like
what's a
somebody
real
you
ex?
dated for
Not
like
an
a
ex-wife.
year.
Okay, what if she was?
If it's not somebody you
Well, if they were
went on a couple
23,
dates with.
No, not a couple
23 years
dates. I
old,
mean,
23 years
dated.
old, and
Yeah.
they dated, and then they broke up at 24 at the whatever.
They dated for a year.
Wait, dated for a year. Now you're 33.
Oh, and it was and they dated when they were in their 20s.
Yeah.
But he's still your close friend
That's your
throughout
friend,
the
though.
years.
That's your boy.
I would probably ask him in all honesty. It depends how close that relationship was. You might be like, yeah, I don't know. In college, I dated her.
What if all he
I
used
guess I did.
Yeah.
It's fine.
See, that's cool.
But I kind of think you ask your friend. It's up to them, really.
Yeah, you should ask your friend. You should definitely keep. But I feel like you definitely see it way more loose and happens more like, I don't know, a lot of black dudes that be like, you can fuck my ex. You can go ahead and fuck my ex.
You don't have any
I think
friends
it
who
happens with
dated other
acquaintances,
friends?
but
Yeah,
not
but them
like your
friendships over. The friendships ended as soon as that man crossed that line.
So when they
It's
bring,
like, oh,
do you
wow.
have friends?
Alright.
Do you have
Nigga.
friends where you're
You
still
was trying
friends
to
with
fuck
the
her the
girl?
whole time, won't you?
You have friends that you're still friend with the girl and you're still friend with the guy even though they're broken up? Or is it just kind of like
I've had
one of
that-
them is gone?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm the person. I'm still friends with girls and guys, even though like they broke up.
Yeah.
But in the same time, like if I got a person that like I'm leaning toward, or like it's more of my friend, then like I'm gonna still show them more respect. But I'll definitely still be like cordial with the other person if you ain't gonna beef with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know you. I'm a grown ass person. Like,
But there are some people that you're like actually friends with both of them. And
nah, I am that case. Sometimes.
And then
still,
you start dating the girl. That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you hitting at.
No, see, but I was gonna say that. Like, yeah, I know your.
He was the
friends.
only thing standing in the way between us.
Yeah,
He's gone now.
I actually was the one who told me you was cute.
He won you in a bet. What a guy.
I'm trying to think of a situation that I don't know if I've seen that.
Have you ever-
situation.
Do you mean just have sex with her or date her?
I didn't know what I meant.
I think I mean start something with her.
With intentions of having something serious.
Are you saying that if your friend didn't know, you can do whatever?
Nah, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like say one of my close friends has a girlfriend, right? I know him, I know her. They break up. Time pass. Somehow I wouldn't put myself in a position for us to hit it off. But
I'm the same way.
Let's say you.
See, I'm the same way, but I never would. I'm like, I try to be mature enough to be like, but I can't also tell nobody they're not supposed to be together. Like, as much as I'm like, I ain't gonna be trying to date your ex, fam. That's your ex. I want to date your ex. But in the same breath, if like time went on and two people did some shit,
and
people,
he wanted to date
people
you.
ain't the same as me. And also, I be moving on the way I look at loyalty and different things a little different than other people. So I don't try to judge everybody to the same bars. I'll be like, okay, if y'all are adults and y'all hit it off, who am I to fucking stop y'all if y'all believe there's something for real? But in the same breath, if y'all just fucking, I need to grow up. Because I don't condone this shit.
No, we're just fucking on our VR.
It's hard for me to say. I don't have any exes. So it's like
Oh, word.
I'm playing imaginary.
Oh, so you like really like you held that title close to you. Like, I ain't calling you my girl.
Yeah, I've only had one girl, and that's who I'm with now.
That's amazing. Is that real, or is that what you just been telling her this whole time, and you want to make sure you keep it up on this show?
Keep it up on the show. Nah. That's just how
That's
I feel.
dope.
It's like, of course, I've like dated girl. Dated is kind of, that's a broad word,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because how do you date?
Huh?
How do you date? Like, what do you consider dating?
I don't consider nothing dating unless that's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I know the word dating is kind of loosely. But there's been girls, you know, that I hang out with, kick it with. You know, we mess around, we, you know,
Yeah.
kick
Spend
it. But
time together.
yeah, we spend time together. But the way I look at relationships is cutting myself off and being monogamous.
Yeah.
I've never been like, you know, I'm committing. What the hell is?
He evil.
I've never like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you are the one that I want to be with, and you know what I mean? We in a monogamous relationship. It's been like, oh no, we just having fun. We kick it. I respect you, respect me, cool. But I've only had one girl that's like,
Do you still
Oh,
take
my
those girls like out on dates and like to do nice things?
fuck no.
No, those are girls you're hanging out with. So you didn't take like girls out on dates until you.
That can be confusing.
We're
No,
with
I'll
this
take
girl.
you on a date, but you got a clear understanding of what it is. Like, we can hang out. But
does that-
I'm not
But is
telling
it
you you're
hanging
my
out or
girlfriend.
is it a
Do they?
date?
Because I'm a nigga that like I ain't even go on dates. I was weird like that. Cause
You ain't going dates?
Nah, because in my head, I'm not going on a date with a girl unless I actually believe I can court you. Unless I'm like actually like, oh, I actually see something in her where I think we could kick it for real. Because other than that, it's going to just get confusing.
If we could kick it and, you know what I mean, have a great time together, but I don't mean, the only way I could see myself, put myself in a relationship with somebody, as like relationship, is if I could see myself having kids and a family with you. Mm-hmm. So those are different qualities than like somebody I could just enjoy my time with. You know what I mean? I might not see like maternal like traits in you, but I enjoy being around you. I wouldn't want to have kids with you, but we can kick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the whole date thing too, I think it's more than like what y'all do. It's your energy. Like I think a woman kind of knows. Like I'm not gonna go on a date or hang out and start talking about my future and what I, want to do in life and like spiritual stuff. And you know what I mean? It's conversations that I'm not gonna go into because we're just having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think being conscious of that is important. And like you said, not having you at the house for 4 days and introducing you to my parents and you know what I mean, saying I love you is just kind of just.
You hear stories about like people who do that too.
I
fell in love for a weekend for 4 days and then he never spoke with me again.
See,
and it's like I'm always like, fuck that guy. Why didn't that guy was mean if he didn't think that was real? Or maybe that guy's like, I just let myself fall in love. And that guy's like that too, but then he's like, never mind.
I got a
I'm
friend.
talking about John Mayer. I'm just kidding.
I got a friend who just likes to have fun. He'll take a girl on a private jet to a fucking playoff game because he was going there anyway. Hey, you want to come with me? He'd take her back to the house and his mom there. Hey, this is my mom. Like everything is like innocent.
I get it, but there's still a line you have to draw if you care about people.
Right. You got to be conscious.
Yeah, I get you being like, yo, I know what's up, and I told them what's up. Because I'm a nigga that I'll tell you straight down. Like, I told her, I ain't never lied to no motherfucker. I ain't lied to no chick. We good. But in the same breath, it's like, in my youth, I still knew I didn't lie. Yeah. But I still knew that I was smart enough, and I was conscious enough to be like, she gonna like me for doing this. What it is. And I don't want her to like me, but I'm also a cute ass nigga. Let me be cute. And you like, nah, fam, you ruining some girl. You letting her think that she has an opportunity or a chance to really like talk, and you don't really. That's not really what your intentions are.
See, yeah, you selling yourself as cute.
Yeah,
you don't sell yourself as cute.
No, I don't actually sell. I'm just saying that on the podcast. Like in the same breath, I know, like I ain't the most romantic nigga, but I know also in the same breath, like if we going on a date or we kicking it, you gonna have a good time.
Right.
So I hear horror stories, I hear this and that. So I'm like, I know you're gonna have a good time. So I know girls end up being like, oh, I like the situation and the fact that nigga having a good time. I'm very conscious with that and being like, I don't want to just hand out good times.
I feel you.
That could be a signal. Nope.
I don't want to.
Yeah, why don't we podcast? We don't want to hand out good time.
Handing out good time.
Fuck that.
Fuck you guys.
You want a good time? Go somewhere else.
Alahna didn't say shit that whole time. She was like,
taking notes.
Yeah, she's like, okay,
keep talking, nigga.
Motherfucker. Did we do it?
I think we did it.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
I had an amazing time. Thank you so much,
Me
man.
too.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats on all your success, too, dude.
Thanks,
watching you
man.
grow, watching you really like navigate LA, making decisions, and they turn the bigger decisions and turn the biggest shit. Proud of you.
Thank you,
for
bro.
real.
Thank
Keep
you,
it
man.
up. Like, yeah, as you continue to grow, I'm just watching you and like, he got it. So love.
Appreciate you, man. Love.
Yeah, thank you for the podcast, dude. Season
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Any AKA anything you want to say?
Nah.
You good?
I'm bad on that stuff. Nah.
Yeah,
if they care, they'll find whatever they looking for.
Yeah,
That's my sign off.
But we did it, right?
We did it. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep, zip it up.
Zip it up.
All right.
Zip it up.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Yeah.
How did we get to that last topic?
I don't even know.
This shit's just like, where did it start at?